A good day to you too. Have you ever wondered how they design newspapers? Well, you're in for a treat. Come on. Forget presets, we're going to do our own. Click over new file, like that, and it's print, of course. That's good. Then over here, we're going to say FGF newspaper. Let's make it in caps. How about that? FGF newspaper. Isn't that cool? I don't want it in pixels. I want it in inches are fine. How about pages? We're gonna do pages too because I want them side by side like that. And then columns. Columns are very important, so please remember this, okay? This is newspaper, so columns are very important. I'm gonna do 4, okay? Because I like 4, I don't like 5. Some people do 5 columns, but then I like the 4 columns, right? And then the gutter, that's another one. The gutter is important too. The gutter, normally I would set up the gutter when I see it. So come down here on preview, click on preview. So you see what's going on in the backside, just like that. So you see the gutter is too big. I'll reduce it and then I'll make it how is that? 120, 125 is good. Yeah, 125 is good. Okay, even just 120 like that. Okay, and then the margin, I'll make the margin small too, maybe the same size as this one, and then click create, just like that. And I just realized this is not the side by side, so I'll come over to pages, click pages, and then see this plus icon, click here to add one more page, and that way you will see them side by side like that. Okay, cool. And click away, click this thing away. Good, and then Control R to remove the rulers. And the first thing to do in newspaper, of course, you gotta do like a big text or title on top. So we're gonna do the title, right? Click on the type tool, and then from the corner to the corner, and then I think this is enough size, just like this. Too big, but I'll fix it. And then obviously the text, I'm gonna make it, I don't even want to test it. I'm just gonna do 120. I'm just gonna put 0 here, 120 points. And then what's the name of the newspaper? News what? News what? News. Why don't we say good news? Good news. And of course, it's not gonna show up because it's too big. So I'm gonna select the good. And I'm gonna make the good like very small. How about that? How about 80? Okay, that's good. That's good. I'll tell you what else I want to do. I want to change its color before I go far. I'm gonna make it goldish. I want a goldish look. Good. And then I'm gonna come up here, and then I'm gonna pick it up. Okay, not pick it up, but take it up. Okay, I don't want it to be in the same level like this, in the center type of a thing. I'm gonna pick it up. See, and I click here. It's gonna go up, and then about there. And then down here, I'm gonna put the sort of slogan like that. Let me just go ahead and do it. And of course, I can't just do it like this. I gotta do it here. What's the slogan? Let me just think of something. Reality, like that. Reality is best and true. And of course, I'm gonna take the whole frame and shift it inside this one. And of course, now I can make the text size bigger. Now this is our title right here. Shift W to see what's in its perfect view like that. And to be honest, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then Shift W again. And I could always just add little extras. Use the rectangle tool, and then again behind it, create some sort of a background that, and give it color, maybe bluish like that. Then go to layers, make sure the rectangle is below everything like that. Is it too bright? Is it too dim? If it's too dim, we could always just try to reduce its opacity to that, and again, Shift W to see. Nah, that's not popping. That's not popping. Looks a bit amateur. How about I just remove this whole thing? Where's the rectangle? Click, select the rectangle, and just go ahead and just remove the fill, and then make sure the stroke is this decorative lines, but make them show up like 3. Okay, how about now? Shift W. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And then let's just compare it with this and then without this. Let's see. Let's just remove it like that. Shift W. This gives me the breathable feeling. Just it's nice. But you know what? We're gonna see in the end with everything all together how it looks like. Okay. And by the way, Shift W is when you come up here and say Windows. Actually, it's not Windows, it's View, and you come down to Screen Mode, and you go down. Screen Mode. Go down to Presentation. See that? You click Presentation. That's Shift W, as you can see here, right? Good. In case you're wondering why are you doing Shift W. Good. So now let's continue, right? Anyway, and again, let's just Control Z to bring this back. So now we're going to start going to the next chapter. The next chapter is to start putting some images, but you're not going to just put in some images. You got to put frames to know where the images would be before you even start putting them. You don't want to confuse yourself like that, right? And then because images are not compressible, right? Well, they are, right? But I'm just saying, sometimes you'll make it too small, but no one's gonna see what's going on there. So you want to make sure the images are big enough, right? They're visible enough, right? So put the images first and make them, be enough with them first before you even go to the text. Because text, you could always edit them. You could summarize them. You could add more text if you want. If there's more space, you could add more text. If there's shorter space, you could summarize it. So texts are more flexible than images, right? But also, you could also make images smaller, bigger. It's okay. It's up to you. But remember, people want to see the images. Nevertheless, let me not waste time. You come over here to rectangle frame 2, right? And then again, the columns are here to guide you. So use the columns, okay? Make sure you don't go over the columns. If you go over one column, that means you should go to the next one, okay? So use the columns. Now, from here, make sure you don't leave too much space. Make sure the space is just like this one, okay? So from here, I'm just going to click and drag. And then from here, that's another image like that. And then again from here, that's another image. And then I might as well just lay out this side, But this side, here's what I'm gonna do. Normally in newspapers, you would have one image that just fill up the whole, like half of the whole page, right? Because it's like big news or something. So it's exactly what we're gonna do, but I'm not gonna do half, is it? Just gonna leave it here like that. Okay, and then here's another technique I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put a smaller image here, just like that. Okay, click V to shift it a bit up like that. Then Alt, duplicate it, and then make sure you click Shift to make sure it's in correct proportions. And then click both of them by shifting like that. And then again with the Alt, then duplicate them while holding Shift, then let them up like that. Okay, good. Now these are all the places where the images would be, right? Now, before we embed the images, there's another thing you gotta remember every time you create things like newspapers and everything. You have ads in there. Ads are gonna be there and text are gonna be there, right? So let me just show you, before we just start even putting the images, let me show you my style. I would normally have a separate type of background or background color for ads and all things that are just aside or besides the news. You get what I'm saying? Let me show you how I do that. So this looks like a good space for like ads, right? So go ahead and use a rectangle tool again, and then from here you can put, okay, you can put a nice rectangle like that. Give it a color. How about the blue that we so love? Okay, give it that blue, and then maybe reduce its opacity. Remove the stroke, of course. And here is where the ads are gonna be. Okay, here's where the ads are gonna be. Also, maybe one place like this one, and again with the blue, or maybe just use the eyedropper tool and just click here, and that's it. So let's go ahead and place the text. Where's the text tool? Come on up, the text tool here. Okay, and then from here, and again, make sure the measurements are the same here. You could even Control R to use the rulers. Just place it here, and then from here, drag it down, and then from here, let go. Now, in newspapers, you know, newspaper has a lot of text, a lot of words, right? So make sure the text is not so big, okay? 12 is good, but that's a little bit bigger. Make it 10. 10 is enough, right? Right click, and then fill with placeholder text, okay? Now, then this is important, right? Since you have columns, right, make sure you make this text look professional. Since you have columns, make sure the text are all touching the borders of the columns, right? And I know you're thinking, yeah, but it's touching. No, not like this. You see on the left-hand side, you see how it's touching? Every single sentence is touching. That's what you want on this side. Let me show you how you do that. You come over here on the alignments, and you find this one, adjust with last line align left. You click on this one, and you see everything is touching to both of the edges, right? Good. You do the same thing here. Let go. And placeholder text. And then align like that. Cool. And then here's another thing that normally we do in newspapers, just to decorate, right? The text. Let me just zoom in here. See the text here? Sorry about that. Just do this. Just want to make sure you see what's going on here. You see the text here, right? Double click to make sure you get the text tool, and then select the first. Remember, not everything. If you select the whole word, it's not gonna look nice. Just the first letter, right? Make sure you pick up the first letter to 20 or even 21. Double click here and say 21. And now you see we got something going on here. Shift W. Look at that. That's amazing, right? Shift W. Now let's throw in some images here. Oh, here the ads here. This is how the ads are gonna look like. You're gonna make sure text here is bold, is big, and is wide, so it looks different. Just make sure you contrast it, right? For example, I'm gonna just put in some text in here. Then pick a different font, something that you could also control and make it bold, just like this. That's right. That's good. Okay. Ads here, right? And then you could run your ads and then place them here. All right. Now, setting up images is quite simple since you got the frames already there. So what you do, you just drag and drop, okay? Now, I don't know which images look better than which here, but I'm just gonna, whatever, man. Just drop it in there. You see that? Drag it, drop it in there, like that. Drag it, drop it in there. And then also this side too. Sorry. And then now we can just close this and then come and start dealing with the images. How about that? So, and of course, you see the quality is not showing because you gotta set it up. Let me just show you. Come over here on view, go to display performances, and then you can say fast, typical, and you can say high quality view. High quality view is okay, and then I'm going to make sure these images are set up properly. When you click this circle inside, you are moving the whole image inside, not the frame, the image inside, right? And when you click on the side like that, and I mean, you're gonna go ahead and double click like that, and you're gonna see the whole frame of the image. You see how big it is? You see how big it is? Right, so we're gonna make it smaller. Click Alt to make sure all sides are getting smaller. Click Shift to affect every side. And then about there, that's good. There you go. Now, normally in some text or some paragraphs, you will find other text that's sort of bigger. Sometimes they're a different font family. Sometimes they're a different color. They're just there to emphasize something else, right? And let me show you how you do that. For example, let's just take this three sentences here, right? And then we're gonna make them probably big, probably 12, 13, 14, and then again, make sure the linings are nicely together. Change the font family, well, not oblique, but boldish, bold like that. And then maybe change the color. There you go. That looks popping. Good. And that's how you do that, right? But nevertheless, I feel like I'm done here. So let's just, one more time, let's just say Shift W, and wow, that's amazing. How about we remove these borders, this borders for the news? I just want to see how it's going to look like. Shift W, and then when I'm done, I'm going to fill up the rest of the spaces right here. And again, let's go find the borders. Again, Shift W. Okay, now that looks quiet and welcoming and professional, right? You tell me if I'm wrong, right? You want it with the borders or not? Okay, I'm probably gonna export them, both of them, and then we're gonna see which one we love the most, right? Good. So right now, let me just fill up these spaces, and then let's see how it looks like in real life, shall we? Nice. That is wonderful. That is great, isn't it? Now, with that being done, if you want to work with me, go ahead and click the link down below, or simply go ahead and find the email right on my YouTube profile. Thank you for watching. Put a like, put a share, put a subscription. Ring that bell icon to make sure you get videos as soon as I upload them quickly. And I have more interesting videos just like this on my channel. Go ahead and scroll down and enjoy yourself. And again, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in a scroll.